Good afternoon, children. Today we are going to continue chapter Refraction and Dispersion of Light. In the previous class, you had studied about refractive index. Refractive index is a measure and indicator of optical density. If refractive index is more, optical density is also more. Refractive index is indicated by mu. These things I had discussed in the previous class. You have also studied about the two rules of refraction. First rule, if a ray of light is passing from rarer medium to denser medium, then it bends towards the normal due to decrease in the speed of light. Children, you know what is rarer medium and what is denser medium. If you compare two media, then the medium in which the speed of light is more is said to be rarer medium, and the medium in which the speed of light is less is said to be denser medium. And the boundary that separates the two media is called interface. Now you can see, children, the ray is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. So due to decrease in the speed of light, the ray bends towards the normal. This is first rule. Okay, this incident ray is making an angle with the normal. This angle is called angle of incidence, and this refracted ray is making an angle with the normal. It is called angle of refraction. Second rule, children, you can see that if a ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, then due to increase in the speed of light, it moves away from the normal. Okay, so these are the two rules of refraction. Based on these two rules, you can observe many examples in your day-to-day life. For example, when you immerse one pencil in a beaker filled with water, you will see the portion of the pencil that is in the water, it bends. This bending of pencil takes place due to refraction of light. Now you consider a point at the tip of the pencil. The ray is traveling from the tip of the pencil from water to air, from denser medium to rarer medium. So due to increase in the speed of light, it moves away from the normal. When you put your eyes here, you cannot see the actual tip of the pencil. The tip of the pencil will be seen a little bit above it. Okay, so you can see this point. What is the cause of this bending of pencil? It is due to refraction of light. As the ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, it moves away from the normal. Next example, you can see, children, a swimming pool appears less shallower than it actually is. This is swimming pool. Now you consider a point at the bottom of the swimming pool. Now the ray is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium, so it will move away from the normal. When you put your eyes here, you will observe the actual point is a little bit above this main point. So you can see this apparent depth. You cannot see the real depth of the swimming pool. The swimming pool appears to be shallower. Okay, children? These are very important questions. In exam, you will be asked what is the cause of bending of pencil if it is immersed in water. Next question you may be asked, children, that why don't you see the real depth of the swimming pool? Why swimming pool appears shallower? So of all these questions you can write all these examples are due to refraction of light. As the ray of light is traveling from denser to rarer medium, it moves away from the normal. So, you cannot see the real depth of the swimming pool. Swimming pool appears to be shallower. Similarly, children, if you take a coin and put it in the cup, empty cup, you cannot see the coin. But when you pour water in this cup, then you will see, children, the coin seems to be raised up. Again, the ray is traveling from this coin from denser medium to rarer medium, then it moves away from the normal, so the coin seems to be raised up. All these examples are due to refraction of light. These examples can be observed in our day-to-day life. Now you will read, children, refraction through a glass slab. Now you can see some examples of refraction through a glass slab. Activity is given. You go into a room which has thick curtain in the window. Now stretch the curtain and close the door of the room. Now make a pinhole through which pencil light may enter the room. Now you will see, children, dust particles are moving in a straight line. This dust particle is indicating that light is traveling along a straight path. Now you put one rectangular glass slab in the path of the dust particle. You will see the path of this ray of light changes. Again you see, children, the ray is traveling from rarer medium to denser medium. Rarer medium means air, and when it enters the glass slab, it is denser medium, so it bends. But we need to take thick glass slab. Okay, to see this refraction of light through a glass slab, we require thick glass slab. Now you will see, children, how refraction takes place through a glass slab. Rectangular glass slab. Okay, now rectangular glass slab means rectangle shaped glass slab in which the opposite sides are equal. Now you take a rectangular glass slab. This is rectangular glass slab. The A, B, C, D. Okay, children, it is rectangular glass slab. Now you take a white sheet of paper and put it on the table top. Now put this rectangular glass slab on the white sheet of paper. Now take a pencil and draw the outline of this rectangular glass slab. Okay. Now you take two pins and fix at 2 points P and Q. One pin is fixed at point P and next pin is fixed at point Q. Now when you join these 2 points, you will get one line that is falling on the rectangular glass slab. This line is called incident ray. Okay. Now this incident ray is traveling. Now you will draw normal. Okay. This incident ray is making an angle with the normal. It is called angle of incidence. Now the ray is traveling from air to glass, from rarer medium to denser medium. Its speed will slow down and it will bend towards the normal. It will bend towards the normal. It is refracted ray. This ray is incident ray. This ray is refracted ray. Now the refracted ray meets at this point on the other side of the rectangular glass slab. Again you draw normal at this point. Now children, you will see this refracted ray is traveling from glass to air. So again it is traveling from denser medium to rarer medium. Its speed will increase and it will move away from the normal. It will move away from the normal. Okay, children? Now you can see, children, this is incident ray, this is refracted ray, and this ray is which is coming out of the glass slab, it is emergent ray. This emergent ray is also making an angle with the normal. It is called angle of emergence. Now you will see, children, this emergent ray is parallel to this extended incident ray. This is incident ray. If you extend it, this emergent ray is parallel to extended incident ray, and it is displaced from this distance. It is displacement. Okay children, so you can see in this rectangular glass slab you have to write what is incident ray. The ray that is coming on the surface of the glass slab is incident ray. The ray that is bending towards the normal is called refracted ray. Now this refracted ray is traveling from glass to air. It is moving away from the normal. It is called emergent ray. What is angle of incidence? Incident ray is making an angle with the normal. It is angle of incidence. Refracted ray is making an angle with the normal. It is called angle of refraction. Similarly, this emergent ray is also making an angle with the normal. It is called angle of emergence. Okay children, now you will see angle of incidence is equal to angle of refraction, and this all these examples you can see the incident ray, normal at the point of incidence, all these are shown in the rectangular glass slab. So you can explain that in rectangular glass slab the emergent ray is parallel to extended incident ray, and it is displaced. This D is showing the displacement. Okay, so this is all about refraction through a rectangular glass slab. Okay children, now if you have any query you can ask me, but you should know what is incident ray, what is refracted ray, what is emergent ray, and what is angle of incidence, what is angle of refraction, and what is angle of emergence. This ray diagram is showing everything. Okay, you will practice ray diagram of rectangular glass slab. Sometimes children, half diagram will be drawn in the question paper and you will be told to complete the ray diagram. So all of you will practice the ray diagram, and if half diagram will be drawn in the question paper, you should have the capability to complete it. For that you require practice. So all of you will practice ray diagram of rectangular glass slab. Thank you children.